Tonight, when you crawl into bed, pull up your blanket and set your alarm. Your brain is going to start a private movie. You might dream about showing up to work naked, or flying over a mountain, or forgetting the password to your phone. You will wake up, scroll social media, and forget the whole thing. But for 99.9% of human history, dreams were not a weird late-night comedy show. They were a matter of life and death. For 300,000 years, every single one of your ancestors used the deep dark of the night to run a brutal, high-stakes, virtual reality simulator. Survival during the day depended entirely on what they practiced while they were passed out. To understand what they actually saw inside their dreams, look at the terrifying world they lived in. Ancient humans did not have locked doors or security systems. They slept in the open, surrounded by predators that viewed them as a midnight snack. Saber-toothed cats, cave hyenas, and massive bears were actively tracking them. Evolutionary psychologists call this threat simulation theory. The human brain did not want to test a survival strategy against a live leopard for the first time during the day. That is a terrible business model. Instead, the brain automated a system that took over during rapid eye movement, REM, sleep. It generated highly realistic, terrifying scenarios. What did they actually dream about? They did not dream about missing a flight or failing a math test. They dreamed about concrete physical horror. An ancient hunter would spend 4 hours dreaming about a pack of wolves cornering him against a cliff. He would feel his heart pounding, his muscles tensing, and his breath catching as he practiced the exact angle to swing a stone axe to smash a wolf's skull. A gathering woman would dream about stepping on a hidden viper in the tall grass, training her reflexes to jump backward before her conscious mind even registered the snake. They dreamed about their weapons breaking mid-fight. They dreamed about the campfire going out in a storm. They dreamed about running out of water in the middle of a desert. The night was a relentless boot camp. Data supports this ancestral programming. Studies show that the most common emotions in modern dreams are still overwhelmingly negative. Fear and anxiety top the list. A modern human living in a safe, air-conditioned apartment still wakes up sweating because a shadow was chasing them down an alley. The modern brain lacks a software update for 21st century safety. It still runs the ancient survival code, preparing the body to dodge a woolly mammoth that went extinct 10,000 years ago. However, the nighttime simulator was not just a horror movie. It was also a trashy reality TV show about tribal politics. Ancient humans were intensely social. Banished from the tribe meant certain death. Therefore, the brain ran social simulations to practice teamwork and hierarchy. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherers, like the Achuar people of the Amazon, found that tribes gather every single morning around the fire specifically to share their dreams. They treat them as vital intelligence. Inside these dreams, ancestors were not fighting monsters. They were fighting each other. An ancient human would dream about their cousin stealing their dried meat, or the tribal leader plotting to leave them behind during the next migration. The brain used the night to model complex tribal politics. It calculated who to trust, how to spot a liar, and how to maintain status without getting kicked out of the camp. It was ancient office politics, but with spears. The brain also used the night for primitive innovation. Ancient humans did not have Google or instruction manuals. Every tool they created, from the bow and arrow to clothing, required a massive leap in imagination. During the day, the mind is rigid and focused on immediate tasks. But during REM sleep, the prefrontal cortex, the logical, boring part of the brain, completely shuts down. Meanwhile, the brain floods itself with acetylcholine, a chemical that sparks vivid imagery and bizarre connections. This chemical mix turned the sleeping brain into a lawless laboratory. It connected ideas that the logical daytime mind would never consider. An ancient hunter struggling to bind a sharp flintstone to a wooden stick did not figure it out by staring at a wall. The breakthrough happened at 3 a.m. inside the fluid logic of a dream. He saw the visual image of tree resin acting as glue, woke up, and invented the spear. The night was when human technology evolved. When the sun rose, these private simulations became public culture. Before the written word, dreams were the foundation of the very first stories. An ancestor who experienced a powerful, strange dream did not keep it to themselves. They sat around the fire and used language to translate the abstract images of their sleeping mind into myths, and legends. The gods controlling the lightning, the spirits lurking in the trees, and the stories of ancestors visiting from the afterlife did not come from thin air. They came directly from the vivid imagery generated during REM sleep. Dreams literally created human religion and art. Modern society has thoroughly ruined this system. Artificial light, alarm clocks, and digital screens have wrecked human sleep architecture. Most people wake up abruptly to a loud alarm, cutting off the final, longest REM cycle of the night, the exact window where the deepest dreaming happens. The modern world treats sleep as a battery charger for labor, ignoring the psychological work occurring in the dark. Consequently, humans lost a vital connection to their own biology. Waking up with no memory of dreams leaves the mind detached and anxious. The nightly virtual reality simulator is treated as a glitch rather than the evolutionary masterpiece that kept the species alive. The human body still carries the exact same blueprint as the ancestors who slept in the caves of South Africa. The need for the deep dark remains. The need for the mind to untether itself from reality and wander through the simulator still exists. Tonight, when the lights go out, the ancient program will attempt to run again. The brain will prepare the stage and start the simulation. The only question is whether the modern mind will stay long enough to watch the show or just wake up, grab a phone, and forget the entire plot.